Hey, Algebra 2, welcome back to part 2 of LFR3, Slope-Intercept form. Today, now we're going to take a look at word problems, essentially. Determining of solutions of equations in two variables. So, given a real-world linear situation described by a table, a graph, or verbal description, we can write an equation in slope-intercept form, and we can use that equation to solve problems, right? So example 3 starts us off with identify the slope and y-intercept of the graph that represents each situation and tell what they mean. In other words, find the slope, find the intercept. What do they mean? Then write an equation in slope-intercept form and use it to solve the problem. Notice how it's not just solve the problem. The key here is how do you get to that solving process? So for one taxi company, the cost Y in dollars of a taxi ride is a linear function of the distance X in miles traveled. The initial charge, ooh, that's kind of an interesting one. Initial charge is $2.50 and the charge per mile, oh my goodness, we've already got some nice stuff going on there, is 35 cents. Find the cost of riding a distance of 10 miles. Well, I'm already really excited because we got this initial cost. A lot of times when we're dealing with y-intercepts, we're dealing with something initial. At time zero, something happens. That's what we got here. Our initial charge is $2.50. That's our y-intercept right there. Charge per mile, per indicates most of the time will indicate that you have a slope. Per mile is 35 cents or 0.35 or 35 hundredths. The equation is y equals 0.35x plus $2.50. In other words, y dollars to travel x miles. Distance x miles. So what we got to do, we plug our stuff in. How much is it going to cost to go 10 miles? Well, we put 10 miles in for x. 35 cents times 10 plus 250 is 6. So this is your important part down here. It says the cost of riding, I'm sorry, it's the 610. The cost of riding a distance of 10 miles is $6. That's what's important. Let's do one together over here. A chairlift descends from a mountain top to pick up skiers at the bottom. The height in feet of the chairlift is a linear function of the time in minutes since it begins descending as shown in the graph. Find the height of the chairlift 2 minutes after it begins descending. Well, we've got 2 points on here. We got 0, 5,400. And we also have the point 4, 2,400. How do we find slope? 2 points to find slope. Fantastic. Let's do this here. So we've got 2,400 minus 5,400 and 4 minus 0. On the top, we get negative 3,000. The bottom we get divided by 4. And so what we're trying to do, this is going to represent the rate at which the chairlift descends. And let's simplify that even more. We can divide both things by 2. Negative 1,500 divided by 2. And one more time, divide it by 2, we get negative 750. So what are we going to do here? Negative 750 what? Okay, well, we're going to get there here. So the graph passes the point through the point 0, 5,400. We already got that up here. So the y-intercept is 5,400. What does that mean? It means we start on the top of the mountain at 5,400 feet, and then we descend. It's right where we start. So it's 0 minutes after it begins descending. X is the time in minutes. Y is the height. The equation is y equals, our slope is negative 750 x plus 5,400 because that's our y-intercept. Now, the question asked us, it says, find the height of the chairlift 2 minutes after it begins descending. All right, so we're going to plug 2 in. So y equals negative 750. X was 2 plus 5,400. This is negative 1,500 plus 5,400. And from there, we end up with 3,900. Yay, 3,900. 3,900 what? Nose hairs? No. So nose hairs, that's the email that you got to send me. Send me an email that says nose hairs. That's your secret word. And so 3,900. So the 2 comma 3,900 is the solution of the equation, which means 2 minutes after it begins descending, the height is 3,900 feet. So you can take a look at number 7. That's okay. I want to flip over to your turn number 8. Go ahead and hit the big old pause button right here. Again, awkward pause. All right, let's come on back and do this. Identify the slope and y-intercept of the graph that represents a linear situation and interpret what they mean. Then write an equation in slope-intercept form and use it to solve the problem. A local club charges an initial membership fee as well as a monthly cost. The cost C in dollars is a linear function of the number of months in the membership. Find the cost of the membership after 4 months. So we're going to call this one cost. We're going to call time T. If you use different variables, that's okay. It did ask for C as cost. And do I have an initial value? I do. 0 months is $100. So our y-intercept is $100. It's $100. That means it's the value 0 comma 100 if we were graphing it. Well, we got to find the slope. Well, I've got 2 points. I can do this, right? I can do 2 points here. I can do 277 minus 100, 3 minus 0. So if I do 277, our M equals 277 minus 100 divided by 3 minus 0. On top, I get 177 divided by 3. And that would give me 59. 59, yay, my slope is 59, yay, 59 what? $59 per month. You've got to have the interpret part in there too, okay? So we said what they mean. Slope is $59 per month, $100 initial fee. And now we need to write our equation. We have y equals, or in this case, not y, but we have C equals, the cost equals, our slope of 59 times the number of months, which we'll call T, plus my $100 origination fee. This is one of the major parts you got to have in there. In addition to what these mean, now we can use it to solve it because it says, what is it after 4 months? So plug 4 in for T. C equals 59 times 4 plus 100. Well, 59 times 4, well, 60 times 4 would be 240. I'm going to take 4 away from that. So there'll be 236 plus 100. And if I do that, I get 336. So what does this mean? So 4 months, the cost of the membership after 4 months, again, this is here, cost of membership after, whoa, got a little excited there. After 4 months is $336. Okay. So right there, that's like a 3-part question, right? What are 4 parts? What is the y-intercept? What is the slope? And what do they mean? What's the general equation? And then use that general equation to solve a problem. Now, I've already listed the homework that you need to do. That's in Google Classroom. So your job now is to watch these videos, take these notes, and then do some practice, then ask some questions. Hope you all are doing well. Take care.